as a kid growing up, this is the place that established everything. Like all the trials, all the things that I did were kind of just in front of the backdrop of this place. And it wasn't until I left that I recognized what all was behind me. When I got my license, we'd go down to the beach, and then I'd surf just like every single day because we're about 30 minutes away. And a summer was just that, man. You did it until you were exhausted and you fell asleep and you woke up and you did it again. It's like this experience of like waking up with the world's waking up. You know what I mean? The seclusion inherently allows you to recharge in ways you didn't know. Mentally, physically, even spiritually. And it's so peaceful because of like the nature of it, but like music, it requires all of you. My dad was sick and he passed when I was young. And I didn't realize that I retreated so much into the music that I listened to as a response to that. Like the first album I ever bought with my own money, I was like 10. And I bought Jack Johnson's In Between Dreams album. And I listened to that album hundreds and hundreds of times, top to bottom, never skipping a single song. And the thing that Jack Johnson did in that album was he spoke 100% authentically. And for me, dealing with such extreme emotions as a kid, that album leveled me out. And without me really understanding it, really formed the way that I value music. Because the reality is there's still that untangible that comes through when somebody is creating something on the most basic level, especially when they're expressing something on the most like raw level. And so that's what I'm digging into right now. That moment in time to where you enter into it and you go, I'm elsewhere. Truly, I'm elsewhere. And that's actually changed the way I look at the world. You know what I mean? It's like, I used to not understand why people were like, oh, I'm afraid to put myself out there. I'm like, you're not putting yourself out there, you're just going out and singing music. But I just wasn't putting myself out there. And then when I actually started saying stuff, true stuff, it became so much more than just songs and melodies and stuff like that. It became a truth, a fact. And becoming a father was a head trip for me because obviously mine passed when I was a kid. And it's weird, when I became a father, I had these thoughts of like, if I passed away, what would Maverick have from me? Because at 27, I'm still digging to figure out who my dad was. You know, he was 52 when he passed. And I was 11. What do you know about your father at 11? And country has always drawn me to it. And what drew me to it was the space that it gave to tell stories. And so I was like, holy smokes, I have to tell a story for him. I have to have a story for him to listen to and go, who was my dad? And that's when it was like, I'm gonna write basically an autobiography in song. And that's what happened. And we'll see if it works, but I think that's when I know that something's worth kind of pursuing, because it's like it takes a second for me to get in the headspace to sing it. I can't just kind of flip it out there. And I want them to feel that authenticity, because I think you need to experience those emotions, because if you don't, you're going to be playing catch up later on in life, like I think a lot of people have, like I have. So I just want them to have that view of, you know, music and expression, because these are stories that are honest and they take me somewhere.
No matter how far along the drive, there's always gonna be that welcome sign. 'Cause trucks break down, girls break up, and clocks run out, and times get tough. Good dogs die, and friends move on. Yeah, the world will kick you around, chew you up, and spit you out. Said the world will kick you around, chew you up, spit you out, but hometown's gone. Said hometown's gone. Yeah, them back roads got a lot of dirt on me. Mama probably whooped my ass if they could speak.